You're just a flightless bird!
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
Talking about pimping, been since pimping, since been pimping, since been pimping.
Man, yes.
That's not your...
You're not gonna hate man.
Yeah. Give me some love, baby. All these German shepherds.
Single as French toast.
People don't even want to engage with black women because that attitude is very rough.
I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired on my own. I'm just saying, it's your age. All women. Man, 27 time to sell. Over 30, 50% off. 35 clearance. 40 outlet. 50 Goodwill. You don't have the primary relationship. A man, the first business, your first network is family. You don't have it. You have shit. You have stuff. You have bags and purses and coats and trips and dogs and plants and candles and fragrance and shoes and shit.
Hey, now a woman that got a job walk, with security, am I right or wrong? You know what I'm saying? They walk in the nightclub going, honey, I don't give a fuck about me nobody nowhere. Because I'm going to the credit union tomorrow. I don't need nobody to tell me shit. I buy my own damn shit. That's right.
Reggie, where is it?
It's up under the sink, baby. See, that's pussy talking to me right there. Something you might not never know nothing about.
Professional women don't know how to be girls. That's just the net of it. Professional women today are losing with high value men because you're like men. I say you ladies talk, and let me help you, ma'am.
Yeah.
You're not the kind of woman a man sponsors. Everything else in your advanced degrees in your career and what has happened is your relationship muscles, the skills are rusty as French toast.
It burns.
Let's cleanse the environment of Ratchet. First, we cleanse the environment of Ratchet with sage. Num num yurange ochoyo. Num num yurange ochoyo. Professional women don't know how to be girls. That's just the net of it. Professional women today.
Give me 5 on the black hand side.
You tripping. What you said? Man, that's a female.
Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town? I can't hear you.
I would like to buy this gentleman's loyalty. Let's go.
Welcome to the man auction.
Yes. $2,000 going once, twice, sold.
Welcome to the man auction.
$2,700 sold. $2,500.
$2,700. Welcome to the man auction.
To the lady in the bright dress.
Welcome to the man auction.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town? I can't hear you.
Cook, baby, cook, baby, cook, baby, cook. Cook, baby, cook, baby.
The cramping, I was having the elongated menstrual cycle periods, and I was hurting a lot.
You niggas gonna get this work. You gonna learn.
You're going to get this work and you're going to learn. You're going to learn what makes the tick tock. You're going to learn what makes the tick tock.
And doing it all in silence, trying to hide it. But I have to say that I knew something was definitely not right.
Trying to hide.
I was trying my best to hide things because I didn't want anyone to look down on me. And I thought,
do you guys know what looking down on a woman is? Or what could make her be fearful of that? Do you know anything? Do you guys know anything of what could bring the chin down on a brutish gladiator? Of course you don't. Of course you don't. That's fine. I got you. There's my clip. Well, hold on, son. Oh, okay.
Reggie, where is it?
It's up under the sink, baby. See, that's pussy talking to me right there. Something you might not never know nothing about.
You niggas don't know nothing about no pussy. All right? And you're going to learn today. Okay? So, it's like you cannot go up to a sister and say, hey, what makes you feel bad? Because if you leave it up to you men, you don't know shit.
that I was broken or something was wrong with me. As much as I love newspapers, I was carrying a newspaper around and I would just sit on it whenever I had to go into someone else's office because they want to talk for ad nauseum for whatever reason. And all I could think about while they were speaking was, Lord, please don't let me bleed out on this person's chair, or please don't let me have an accident right now. It was anxiety mixed with I'm already in physical pain. So it's just an all around painful thing.
So it's just an all around painful thing. Yeah, you see how I got my lips glazed and all that? Trust me, you don't want none of this, player. Like, my mind was messed up. Everything was messed up. Like, I was just not a well person. Just all around.
It was anxiety mixed with I'm already in physical pain. So it's just an all around painful thing. And think about that. I was showing up at like 100% daily.
No, you think about it. You think about it. You think about how you sitting around lying to men, giving men bad bucks, not giving that man the ability to care about your unhealthy ass. You think about it.
Pain. So it's just an all around painful thing. And think about that. I was showing up at like 100% daily and taking all the things that the world was throwing at me. And I had all this.
Man, why would the world be throwing anything at you? You tell me why. Why would the world be throwing anything at you? Because you want it that way, right?
It's happening on the inside of me at the same time. So I will say that dealing with fibroids made me make some career decisions.
Right. And that is our first line of order, guys. Only on this channel will you learn. Let me check my microphone. Only on this channel will you learn what, why, when, and how you will see your brutish sisters make life and career decisions. Ain't got shit to do with you. You're innocent. But over here, we teach you that the box and the fouls of the box can create things you guys never could dream of. If only you men knew. Let's go.
From that job that did not have any insurance, it made me decide that I definitely needed to pivot professionally in my journalism career and go somewhere where I would have stable hours, but more importantly, stable benefits.
So let's get this straight. The fouls of the pussy made this bitch go get stable hours and stable benefits, not a stable man. Why? Why? Because it's not a game.
Cause you gave me all your pussy.
because I wasn't sure what was happening with my body at that time in 2017, but I definitely knew that I needed some stable insurance to see this all the way through to the end, figure out what's going to happen, and if there's surgery possibly in my future. I just did not know that what I was dealing with at that time were fibroids. Coincidentally, it was through my career that I was introduced to the White Dress Project.
Right. Now we're learning stuff, guys. I bet you men never heard of the White Dress Project. Can you wear white? It is serious, guys. Let's go.
They are an advocacy group for women fighting fibroids, and they do a lot more. I'm going to put a link down in the description to give you more information about them. But
you believe this shit? Dark, sweaty, bloody, musky, and funky box trying to wear white. Let's go.
Through their programming, I was exposed to countless doctors as they talked about research. There are different types of treatment options. And the fact that there's implicit bias sometimes on the surgery table, like I was learning so much about this thing that was really ailing my body. And I just felt so empowered that I could make an educated decision. So initially, I started 2 years back with birth control pills. That was great for the symptoms. It reduced the number of the days.
There we go, guys. Everything that I've taught you. And what does it lend us to believe? You just like every other dumb black bitch. What would you do? What would you do for the Klondike bar? Just about any fucking thing. Oh, what would you do for the Klondike bar? Right. This shit ain't about no health, guys. Because you wouldn't just go take something to just make your pussy right. You would go get yourself set up and fixed, natural, and make sure that you can be as pure as you can be.
I was having a period, and the biggest hurdle that I was having was the side effect from the birth control pills, which are everything from you can have dryness during sex, you can have...
Let's cook. Oh, where's my family?
'Cause you gave me all your pussy. Get it off, baby. Baby, I want you. Girl, I know you got a body. Where you get your little body? You and me having sex. Yes. Somebody's girl is at this party.
Matter of fact, we're going to go there for a quick second. Quick second. We got a moment. We's got a moment. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Hey, lady.
Da 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 da. Hey, ladies.
It's Dr. Sonia Ephraim here, and I just pulled into my driveway, just got home, and I wanted to make a quick video because I saw an interesting patient today who had concerns that I'm sure a lot of you are having, but you may not know exactly why or where to go or who to seek help from. So I had a young patient, a 19-year-old young lady come in, which I don't usually see or don't see too often, super young patients. They just don't find their way to me. And she came in with complaints of painful intercourse, vaginal dryness, and this is something that was relatively new. So after going through her history and getting a little bit more details, we found out that she is on a low-dose continuous oral contraceptive. And around the time when the symptoms started, she had been started on Zoloft. So
they're taking the birth control, And one of the side effects is vaginal dryness, pussy dry, creating a friction-like atmosphere, causing pain during intimacy. A man, what does a man know? A man see a pussy, beat a pussy. See? We don't know you going through all this shit. You sitting around screaming, and we don't know. You're faking like you're having a good time, but you're hoping that I get turned out. Then you go to the doctor in private to try to fix it, while I'm thinking you had a great time. Unfucking real.
Zoloft. So on her physical exam, everything looked fairly normal. She did have decreased vaginal secretions, and I talked to her and found out that she had been experiencing dryness during intimacy, which was leading to the pain with intercourse and burning and irritation afterwards. So, in case
You think she told homeboy that? No, she went to the doctor in private, only hoping that he was turned out over whatever the fuck he felt, while she played a mind fuck with him. Oh, I'm loving it. Bitch at the doctor like, yo, it was the worst experience ever, even after the shit felt like shit, but making him think yo, bro, if you niggas just you don't know shit. You don't know nothing, man. I'm here to tell you the realest shit you ever gonna hear, that you're being fleeced in every step of your fucking life. Yeah, you got money, but it will solve. Winning solves all. But I will say, this is still happening. Money ain't got shit to do with this. Only knowledge.
didn't know, if you're on a low-dose birth control, that can lead to some vaginal dryness, and antidepressants, specifically a class called SSRI.
Here we go. So not only does the birth control make your pussy dry, also the SSRIs. But what do you know as a man? What do you know? You know nothing. No disrespect. You just don't know.
Reggie, where is it?
It's up under the sink, baby. See, that's pussy talking to me right there. Something you might not never know nothing about.
Some vaginal dryness, and antidepressants, specifically a class called SSRI, which this patient was on Zoloft, is commonly prescribed, and that can also lead to vaginal dryness, decreased libido, decreased lubrication. So there's options for you. You could try something over the counter. You could try something like my vaginal moisturizing gel that I...
Right. So at that point, she's prepping for you with the vaginal moisturizing gel. While you thinking you just rocking, that bitch like, ugh, I made it out. At least that nigga could trick on me a little more. You niggas are jokes, but it's not your fault. I don't want you to get upset at me. It's not your fault. You just don't know.
Birth control does it, hysterectomies, hormonal imbalances, all those things cause there to be like a desert-like atmosphere downstairs. And the sucky part is it really affects how pleasurable things are for us ladies. And then the Easy Bake Oven, she's picky at times. You know, the wind blows in the wrong direction and she's like, hey, I don't like this shit. So having a pH balanced, really gentle moisturizer is going to be perfect for just regular moisturization. When you want to do things, it's perfect for that. And then it actually has a little added bonus where it reactivates. So you can put it on hours before, and then a little bit of moisture from him or you, gets things going. You're like,
there you go, guys. What do you know, though? You know nothing. And it's not your fault. That's why I'm here, pimp. I'm not going, abandon you niggas, man. I'm going to show you what it is.
Welcome back to 3 Things Your Doctor Probably Didn't Tell You About Birth Control, Part 2, Sex Edition. Most women will go on the pill so that they can enjoy sex more without the risk of getting pregnant. But it can actually negatively affect your sex life. Studies show that some types of birth control can actually decrease your sex drive. They can cause low libido, make you not want to have sex, as well as lessen the satisfaction that you have during sex. Number 2, birth control can cause vaginal dryness. This can cause discomfort, pain, and even bleeding during sex. And number 3, and this one is wild, some studies show that birth control actually affects your taste in men. And that once
We know that already. We know that already, but we stick to the box. Once you learn these key elements about the box, you will have the master key, the master control. This is the keys to the city, guys. You're talking about mind, body, and spirit here. You get the accurate read. What's the problem? They're never going to be open to you about this. They're going to say that you questioning about this type of stuff is insensitive. Okay? And you should have some nerve to be saying stuff like that. Everything to back you away and keep you dumb. And I understand the pure fact that you are too dumb to know that. I'm the professional here, but you guys are too. You just don't know where to look. Okay? This shit here, and this is light shit, but this is the problem for everything in life. Pussy, nigga. Charlie Kirk, everybody. None of you niggas know anything about what's the real purpose out here. This pussy done fucked you niggas up.
The main reason that I decided to stop taking and officially get off of hormonal birth control 2.5 years ago was because I completely lost my sex drive. I had no libido at all. I felt very disassociated from my body.
Now, what's the problem? What's the problem here, guys? I'm playing this for you. The bitch you fucking won't sit you down and tell you this because these bitches are so cowardice that they'll tell the internet before they tell the man that's really burdening the brunt of this shit. You know, they wearing this filth. But she'll come tell the fucking internet. I mean, you niggas, man. It is fucked up that I gotta sit here and do this shit. Cause I know this is the information you just ain't hearing, nigga. So you could say what you want.
I honestly felt completely numb. Do you want to preface that at the time that I decided to stop taking my birth control and officially call it quits, I was dating my boyfriend for almost 2 years at that point. We're still together very happily. We've been dating for almost 4.5 years now, but I know that a lot of people kind of made the excuse to me where it's like, well, maybe you're just not attracted to your boyfriend anymore. Like, maybe you just like don't like him anymore. And I'm like, that's not it. Like, I knew that like it was not because of my boyfriend. I knew deep down internally that gut feeling, like nothing is fucking stronger than a woman's gut feeling.
Right. Now, let's say that I believed her when she said that. So why do you put so much bad stuff in your gut? Why do you contaminate your body with surgeries and birth control and SSRIs and medication and drugs? If you knew the gut was that powerful, why would you disrupt it with toxins? Why are you constipated? So yes, you're right, but you're so used to talking to men who know nothing that they can sit there and be like, yeah, word. And if you ain't a professional at pussy, you'll never know this stuff. You got to be a professional, guys. So I've done the profession. I've done it already. So I just bring it to you guys. My fault. I didn't mean to do that.
Hey guys, Dr. Kent. So this question was asked the first time I posted this video, and so it's time for me to answer it. So in order for me to answer it, let me go backwards a little bit. So the normal way that your body with the menstrual cycle, you have normal cervical mucus.
Fucking nasty bitch. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little out of control. My fault.
All right. And so while we're on the topic of vestibulodynia, obviously I do this all day, every day. This is not every single day, but this is one of my big clinics is my
this big mouth bitch.
Another group of patients I see all the time are young premenopausal people who have been on birth control. So birth control is a fantastic option, and please keep taking it.
Wow. Birth control is a fantastic option, and please keep taking it. That's what happened to our black community, guys. That's why I say pussy fucked up everything. But you guys don't understand that. You so caught up in all this other shit, man. Just don't understand the problem is right before your fucking eyes. And guess what it is? Your interpretation of what pussy is to you, because you don't know it.
As we are losing our rights to autonomy over our bodies. But
As we're losing the rights to autonomy over our bodies. Systemic programming, stupid black bitch, pushing out horrible propaganda to disrupt the black community. Stupid. You losing autonomy over your body, because autonomy means to contaminate and fuck up your body, not even mature into fucking lady and young adulthood. From there, getting on fucking mental stimulants, plus alcohol, drugs, and everything the fuck else. Lifestyle, following, want to be the internet. I mean, just a boatload of crap that they believe is the shit, calling it autonomy. But what's more autonomous? The fact that they know that men cannot chastise them. Not that they, no, you can chastise them. You just don't know. You don't know how. Sitting there trying to tell these bitches, yo, y'all got to act better. Yo, y'all got to have respect. Making me look bad with all this knowledge we got over here. And I'm like, bro, you do not supposed to be talking like that. Do you know what the fuck these people did? They fucked up every pussy that's walking.
the things that they don't talk to you about is the side effects of birth control, which is a side effect that is treatable, so you can continue taking the birth control. But what birth control does is it messes with how your body's able to utilize your testosterone. That misutilization of your testosterone then means that your vestibule becomes unhealthy.
Ma'am, why would you take something that makes the vestibule unhealthy? Why would you tell them to keep taking it? So they could fuck? Ma'am. It's making them unhealthy.
Utilization of your testosterone then means that your vestibule becomes unhealthy. That vestibule unhealthiness is what we call hormonally mediated vestibulodynia. So those are the patients that have pain with sex, itching, bulbar burning. They think they constantly have a UTI despite having negative cultures. Team, it's very treatable. All you do is give them back testosterone. You don't have to stop their birth control if they're not.
This person is cuckoo for cocoa. You hear me? Guys, I don't know what to tell you niggas, man.
Number of the days that I was having a period, and the biggest hurdle that I was having was the side effect from birth control pills, which are everything from you can have dryness during sex, you can have weight gain. I obviously want to have a child, and if you're on birth control pills, you can't have a child. You see how that works?
No. Man, do you guys know what disrespect is? Disrespect is not how a woman talks to you. Disrespect is what she's saying right now. A black woman who was systemically programmed, made her life about her career, realized her pussy fucked up, and contributed to it by taking contaminants like birth control in her body, sit there and try to tell you, I want to have a kid, knowing she can't. And if she did, the baby gonna be fucked up. Now that's disrespect. You hear me?
You can have dryness during sex, you can have weight gain. I obviously want to have a child, and if you're on birth control pills, you can't see how that works. So I was really like, I'm happy to have the pain go away, at least temporarily for a while, but I am kind of concerned about like how long can I last on this? And then if I went into anytime I missed a day or two or whatever, it appeared to be back like a vengeance and the pain would be back just as horribly. So I was not enjoying being on these, but the same token, it's like that was an answer, a Band-Aid answer. It was about a year ago that I finally said, okay, I need to start looking for like real treatment options, meaning I want these out of me. There were three major factors that I took into account for me. There's a lot of factors people have, I know. But for me, there were three major factors that went into deciding what type of treatment option that I would have. The first was trusting my doctor. The second was my personal safety on the surgical table. And the final one is the implicit bias in medicine and the impact on me as a Black woman. So the first one was trust.
As a Black woman, guys, you niggas, man. I can't do this shit.
Emergency. And what I was noticing with some of the processes, like, oh, we don't have to go inside. I can still have a kid. The second one was minimizing the risk of surgery on the table. Listening to doctors talk about the new research and new procedures, I'm excited about that. However, I definitely want something that's tried, tested. You can do it blindfolded. So I wanted a surgeon that was experienced with whatever the technique is that they're going to do and knows that if an emergency happens, that they can handle an emergency.
Right. Now, ma'am, I know that you think you're talking to your sisters and everything. But don't you know I'm a man, and guess what I see you to be talking about? Your pussy. And you know that ain't nice. And you know that ain't good. And you know other people ain't got to go through that. And you know their box is better. So you could just cut out the swag.
And what I was noticing with some of the processes, like, oh, we don't have to go inside, it's minimally invasive. However, if something happens, we got to cut you open. So I'm like, okay, how about I just go ahead and let somebody cut me open? You be thorough. Open me up, touch the uterus, touch everything, and get all of the hard, dense, tumors out of me, please. And to be a little graphic, but not too graphic, if you're queasy on medical stuff, I'm going to advise you to just close your eyes and listen to my voice. Do not look at the screen.
Right. Nobody wants to see that shit.
These are all from the little, black and whites, ultrasounds. That's what they could see then. 3 fibroids. My doctor went in and since it's an open myomectomy, we're talking like, cesarean cut, open them up, same way some of you guys are probably born, same way I was born, and pull the uterus out to do this. So what they were able to see in there was not 3, but a total of 11 fibroids. Now, Oscar was the largest tumor. You see this one over here. Site and flesh. This is what we were dealing with. And there are women who have had way more fibroids than me. I've seen ones that were the size of, bone shows that here and when thresholds, or once I cross 40, maybe that person might not even feel like I deserve to even be a mother. To be a mother one. We're a year past George Floyd. We're seeing people not see.
Let's talk.
I don't know. Sometimes, according to the CDC, Black women are around.
Now, this is bullshit because she know that's the reason why. But let's go.
3 times more likely to die from a cause related to pregnancy in comparison to their white peers. Now, you couple that with the racial climate that we're dealing with here in 2021.
Right.
We're a year past George Floyd. We're seeing people not see the humanity in Black bodies. Right. Something as delicate as your reproductive system and your ability to be a mother one day. I'm not.
That you didn't take advantage of your whole fucking life. Fake bitch.
Delicate as your reproductive system and your ability to be a mother one day. I'm not going to entrust it in everyone because I don't know what you're thinking when you go home. I don't know how you were raised. And I don't even know how you interpret Black women's pain thresholds or, once I cross 40, maybe that person might not even feel like I deserve to even be a mother anymore and might just say, oh, I made a mistake during surgery. Let me just take the whole thing out. She can adopt. I want to make sure that whoever was working on me saw my humanity walking in the door, because thanks to COVID, no one goes into the hospital with you. You're in there by yourself. And I did my best to make friends with everybody on the staff. I even took them candy, but that still doesn't guarantee.
Ma'am, you embarrass me.
To me that when I'm unconscious, when I have no way of fighting for myself and there's no one in the waiting room to kind of ensure that, hey, docs, take care of this person, I had to be able to trust the people who are working on me. And speaking as a person who has had multiple threats over the past couple years, thanks to the lovely internet, safety was a big thing, and recognizing there is implicit bias. I just didn't want to take that chance. Picking your treatment should be a very personal, thoughtful decision.
Guys, these bitches are something the fuck else. Man, look, man, she's trying to put swag on her pussy being bad. This is wild.
You want to circle a wagon of all the people who care about you and see what they possibly have for input. But the only advice I can offer you as a stranger telling you her story is if you encounter a doctor and the only treatment option they offer you for fibroids is to get a hysterectomy, oh my God, run. Like, run for the hills. That is not the doctor.
Ma'am. Now, I know you're going to try to argue back, but I'm going to be very specific here. If you are in your 30s, okay, and you got to go to the doctor because of that and you didn't have your baby yet, then you need to check yourself and you need to try to advocate for the younger women to not follow in your footsteps. Because if you're going to tell me that if you go to the doctor because of some shit you neglected to do and the doctor say hysterectomy to run, that means it's too late already.
For you, there's too many treatments out there for someone to be sterilizing you. You have options. So to summarize all of this, remember, you have options and you're not alone in this fibroid journey. There are many people out there to support you.
Boy, yo, I want you niggas to see this wild shit right here. Watch this part. This was my favorite part. Watch this.
Possibly in my future. I just did not know that what I was dealing with at that time were fibroids. Coincidentally, it was through my career that I was introduced to the White Dress Project.
The White Dress Project. Ma'am. Everybody with a bloody box trying to wear white. Ma'am, if you... Guys, they fucked us up.
That time were fibroids. Coincidentally, it was through my career that I was introduced to the White Dress Project. They are an advocacy group for women fighting fibroids, and they do a lot more. I'm going to put a link down in the description to give you more information about them. But
and this is something that you got to pay attention to, guys. This is something that I take as total disrespect. You see this screen right here? No men there. So they'll continue to hold a secret of something that men love also much, right? But no men there so that the men could get the word. See, I take that as disrespect. It's something that pisses me off, actually. So they got all these groups of bitches with bad box, but the men are not supposed to know. We always supposed to think you got the best thing between your two legs. Oh, you don't believe me? Remember when watch this. Every woman think they got the best box. It's the wildest shit you ever saw. Look at this shit. No woman, I mean, who the hell, like, it's weird. I guess every man think that, nah, this is wild. You understand, guys? Ain't that much good pussy in the world. But you ask them, they gonna say, yo, we all got good pussy. We not doing that. Think about it. Look at this. You can ask every woman up there, and these are women that's in a fibroid treatment program together, all trying to reconstruct their old bad pussy, right? And you can ask every woman up here dressed in white, is your pussy good? And they gonna say, yeah. And these are the bitches that are willingly admitting that they had reconstructed pussy. The ghetto bitches on the other show, they're not willing to admit that. But if you could remember, the key element to all this is when the women are admitting the fact that they got to reconstruct their box, there's no men around. It's always a secret from the men. These are not community people. These are fucking connivers, liars, facades, illusions of people. If this is such an important thing, why can't men be a part of it?
Reggie, where is it?
It's up under the sink, baby. See, that's pussy talking to me right there. Something you might not never know nothing about.
That what I was dealing with at that time were fibroids. Coincidentally, it was through my career that I was introduced to the White Dress Project. They are an advocacy group for women fighting fibroids, and they do a lot more. I'm going to put a link down in the description to give you more information about them. But through their programming, I was exposed to countless doctors as they talked about research. There are different types of treatment options, and the fact that there's implicit bias sometimes on the surgery table. Like, I was learning so much about this thing that was really ailing my body, and I just felt so empowered that I can make an educated decision. So initially, I started 2 years back with birth control pills. That was great for the symptoms. It reduced the number of the days that I was having.
You just like every other black bitch trying to get a quick fix for your pussy because you know it's bad. And the last thing you willing to go do is tell a man, yo, look, I got a failing pussy. I know you love me. I love you. I need to do right by you. I need you to care for me. I will care for you, but I go through a lot with my pussy. Nah, this pussy, I can't tell other people this. I trust you, brother. We can just ride this out and make sure I be good to you. But she knows that he can use that against her and say, bitch, you know why I cheated on you. Your pussy ain't shit. So they'll keep it a secret. You understand?
I was having difficulties with fibroids around 2017, and it was already a very craptastic year of my life, and this added a lot of insult to injury. I was getting the cramping, I was having the elongated menstrual cycle periods, and I was hurting a lot and doing it all in silence, trying to hide it. But
trying to hide it from men. Trying to hide it from men. Don't you guys get it?
But I have to say that I knew something was definitely not right. I was trying my best to hide things because I didn't want anyone to look down on me, and I thought that
I was trying my best to hide it from men because I knew men could have the ability to look down on me and say, yo, I could go fuck a bitch who pussy don't be like that. And he could say it to my face. So I made sure that I didn't tell him. What fucking more I gotta do here? Clown ass niggas, B. Bitch fucking you in pain, discomfort. You sitting around sweating, acting like you rocking. You loving on the bitch, tricking on the bitch. That bitch like, I'm glad we done. Fucking clown ass niggas, man. Let bitches run circles around you and getting your money. You niggas, man. But I will give you one thing. They know how to fake it real good. They'll get the sucking and fucking on you, man. They don't give a fuck. I'll give you that. Trying to turn you out, they'll do just about anything with this pussy. You hear me? You know? They'll do anything for you money niggas, B. Try to turn your ass out.
I was broken or something was wrong with me. I have to say that I knew something was definitely not right. I was trying my best to hide things because I didn't want anyone to look down on me, and I thought that I was broken or something was wrong with me.
I thought that I was broken or something is wrong with me. Why would she say that? Because other people don't have to go through what she going through with her pussy. It's better. Don't you guys get it? Don't you see it? Other people got better pussy, and the man can sit there and tell her. Because she knows it's broken. She don't feel well. She don't walk around saying, ooh, I got that wop. No way in hell. No way, no how. But if you men don't know that, she can make it seem like, it's all good to you. I don't know what you want me to say. I'm giving you the game. I keep telling y'all, we've been doing this. It's going to come out, but we're underground, so it ain't going to make it look like we was the shit. But it's going to come out more and more and more. to where it's gonna be mainstream and you niggas gonna have to accept it. That is wild. You gotta accept bad pussy for the coming generations. All because you stupid. Ain't my fault, King. No. I'm giving the game. I'm taking care of you niggas, pimping.
To hear that there's a chance that you might lose your uterus is unnerving, to say the least.
These people got 10 million followers. I don't know if I could use their video. They got 10 million followers.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Olá a todos, bem-vindos ao meu canal. If you're new here, my name is Filma, and today I'm going to be doing a rather more personal video. It's going to be about my health. Obviously, if you can see by the title, you're more than likely here because you're either going through the same thing or you're kind of like curious as to what is going on. And
no, we're here to expose you as being a lying, conniving, bad box having bitch.
What are fibroids? So if you're new here, I am 41 years old and I've known I have fibroids since my early 20s.
There you go, guys. That's game. That's game. What's going on? Hold on, man. What the fuck is going on? What's up with that?
Can you read it? It's up under the sink, baby. See, that's pussy talking to me right there. Something you might not never know nothing about.
So, she's 40-something years old, and she knew her pussy was bad for 20 years. Okay, guys? And we don't even, well, yeah, I believe that, but she also knew stuff was bad before that as well, okay?
Doing a regular checkup with a gynecologist, I was told I had fibroids, but they were small.
20 years ago, they were small, okay? So the doctor told her, you got some shit in your pussy. Let's see what she said.
So there was nothing that I should worry about. And really and truly, I didn't even look into it. All I asked at that time, as far as I can remember, what are fibroids? Are they tumors? Is it something that I should worry about? And they told me no. So if you're not familiar to fibroids are
the effect that happens after coming off of these medications is that
these graphics
affecting that individual. So as mentioned, I've known that I have fibroids. Apologies, that I've had fibroids since I was in my early 20s. So I never really investigated, never really worried about them. I knew.
Why? Why did she not investigate? Why did she not worry, guys? Please. I'll tell you why. She was light-skinned and the niggas was fucking her and her pussy was a prize and a pride and joy to men. So why would she have to worry about it?
That fibroids at that time from visiting my gynecologist, that they cause heavy bleeding in your menstrual time. So I've always had heavy periods, but they were not heavy to the point that I couldn't live, that I couldn't cope, that I felt very sick. They were just heavy for like 2 days, 2 to 3 days. And then in between from the start to finish, it was kind of like more mellow. So my periods have always been very consistent. I've never missed periods besides when I was pregnant.
Okay, so she got pregnant.
Always had my period every.
So there you have it, man. That's not nice. The story's not cool. She knew she had fibroids before she got pregnant.
I don't know, 28 days to 29 days and even 30 days. And they've always lasted me for a maximum of a week. Now, in 2009, when my husband and I decided to have a child or try for a child, I was told from the moment I got pregnant, because I got pregnant very quickly, it kind of like happened within a couple of months. I was told that more than likely I was going to have a C-section because of the position of one or more fibroids.
There you have it. There you have it. At this point, the man is married and he realized, uh-oh.
Obviously, I was concerned a little bit. So I was considered a high risk pregnancy. And I wouldn't say they wanted to monitor me a little bit closely, but that's what I was told when I went for my first scan or ultrasound. Unfortunately, that pregnancy didn't go so well. So at nearly 19 weeks, I had a miscarriage.
There you go. There you go. That's the whole story. My doctor told me my pussy was fucked up before I met my husband. I met my husband with a fucked up pussy. I did not alert him, warn him. He had no idea. I had him fleeced. We gets pregnant. As soon as we gets pregnant, the doctor told him, oh, this going to be fucked up. No, my husband, he didn't know that I had this stuff already. It was nothing on him. He was just sitting there innocent. But he had to worry. He was crying and everything. And what happened? We end up losing the baby because my neglected bad pussy that I didn't take care of. But no, my husband, he didn't know anything. So I miscarried his baby. I made him think that I was going to be good, a good piece of pussy. That's why he married me. But I miscarried his baby.
Scan or ultrasound. Unfortunately, that pregnancy didn't go so well. So at nearly 19 weeks, I had a miscarriage, but that is a completely different story.
No, it's not a different story.
If you guys are interested in knowing kind of like a little bit more about that, please comment below. It is very, very sad, but it's easier.
You're damn right it's sad, but who is it sad for?
For me to talk about it now because it's been 9 years. It's going to be it's been 9 years since it happened. And if you guys want to know a little bit more about that, please comment below and I'll make a separate video. So after the miscarriage and I had follow-up appointments, I went to see, of course, my consultant. I had an MRI so they could see where my fibroids were. I had regular.
Right. Remember, guys, she had the fibroids before she met her husband. She put her husband through a miscarriage. Now she's serious about trying to get her pussy fixed. After she done put that man through hell. Now she's serious. Let's go. HD Live, what's good?
Scans, and she said, you have 5. One is quite large. I can't remember the centimeters, but she said it. We cannot say 100% that you had the miscarriage because of the fibroids. They do cause infertility, but obviously they didn't cause infertility to me because I got pregnant within a couple of months. She said there's treatments for the fibroids. However, if I want to try for children, she said that she wouldn't recommend any of the treatments because they would affect. One of them was to kind of like put me on like a pretend menopause, and I didn't want that. The other one was to actually get the fibroids removed, but she said if I overbleed or they find more, apologies for the background noise, or if they find more fibroids, they may have to give me a hysterectomy. So though that was her kind of like information that I needed to know, and if I wanted to try for more children, to try again whenever I was ready and not get the fibroids removed. So for several months,
Hold on. Hold the fuck up. Hold on. Ma'am, you had a miscarriage and the doctor told you you got a lot going on. At this point, do you believe that your husband is in a raw deal right now? Or does he have to worry about you because you've been lying and he don't know shit?
It was kind of like obviously grieving from losing my child. So I didn't want to think about babies or anything like that. Then I started feeling a little bit better. As days go by, you get stronger. I had very, very severe heavy bleeding after that.
Now you got...
It's okay to admit it. We experience dryness. Luckily, we have personal lubricants to keep things...
And then
run it back.
You get stronger. I had very, very severe heavy bleeding after that.
So after you miscarried a man baby, after lying, knowing your pussy was fucked up and still trapping him to marry you, now you got heavy bleeding, so he can't fuck you when he wants. He's getting nothing out of this fucking marriage.
That And then my periods became a little bit heavier, but I could still manage my periods. A year later.
Yo, you know what, HD Live? You know what? Let me send you. Yeah, I do want to curse you out, son. I do want to curse you out.
I got married, and then we decided again to try for another baby. But before I went ahead and started doing all of that, I wanted to go for a second opinion because I wanted to make sure that I was healthy enough and that the fibroids were not going to affect me. So I went to a consultant, and I still remember very vividly her words because she was very blunt, straight to the point, not in a rude manner whatsoever, but she just wanted me to understand where she was coming from. She said to me, my fibroids, I still had 5, as she said, she counted them. She made a drawing after giving me a scan or an ultrasound of where the fibroids were located, how big they were. She said one of them is quite big. I can't remember the size again. She said if I wanted to try for more children, not to touch the fibroids. She said, because again, if I go in there and I remove them, I could find more, and I may not be able to save your womb, and I may need to save your life as I'm removing it. So
at this point, you supposed to care about your husband and say, homie, go have you some children. It is too much for me. You done picked the wrong thing. That's what she was supposed to tell him. But this is what you call a selfish pig.
We went home, we decided to try for a baby, and
yeah, HD Live. Yeah, son. Like, I saw over here on this channel, you like commenting over here on this channel. Like, there's no need to comment over here, son. It used to be cool, you know, when we first met, but people stopped rocking with us over here. There's no need to comment over here. I need you to comment on other people's comments on the other channel, which you're not doing. I don't need you commenting over here. I need you over there, King. I know you hating. I know you don't like it. No. There's no commenting over here, man, except when we talking now, because as you can see, nobody, you know, it is what it is.
3 or 4 months later, I was pregnant. I have my little daughter now. She's 6. So that pregnancy actually went okay. The fibroids didn't.
Oh, man. That's not a good story, sis. So she got pregnant with the fibroids again, and she's saying her daughter is 6. We don't know how slow that baby is. That baby did not get all the nutrients because the fibroids draw blood source from the human body. So that baby did not get all the nutrients. This is fucked up.
Really upset me all that much. I think by the end of my pregnancy, by the 7th or 8th month, that's when they started kind of like giving me pain, and I felt like I was having contractions. But going to the hospital, they sorted me out, gave me some medication, and I was fine. I was able to go all the way till full term. Now, fasting forward 6 years, I have my child. Everything is okay. I'm still having my heavy periods. I've noticed at the end of 2017, my periods have become a lot heavier. The pain has become unbearable, and I've mentioned in a few of my videos that I was anemic, that I'm not feeling.
Ma'am, you got your baby. Let that husband go, please. I mean, this nigga turned into a fucking nurse. He's supposed to be fucking pussy. If you're going to be bleeding and be anemic and be in pain and be a mom, when is he getting anything that's nasty?
Very well. And it's all to do with these periods that I'm having, which are so heavy. And they, you know, they have clots and stuff like that. And I'm sorry if I'm being a little bit too graphic. So if you don't like this type of conversation, this is the time to click out of this video, because I'm going to be a little bit graphic on here. Hopefully this video will be able to help someone out there that is going through the same thing as me, or if you know somebody who is. So my periods have become very heavy to the point that the cramps are so unbearable that I feel like my uterus is contracting, and it's similar. The pain that I've been feeling is similar to not giving birth, but like contractions when, you know, your contractions start. It's really unbearable. So in the past 3 months, I have been going to sometimes A&E, sometimes to out of hours doctors, because I am so uncomfortable to the point.
Now, how's that good for the husband? He got to live his life in worry. Worry from what, Prince? Worry from what, Prince?
'cause you gave me all your pussy.
That it's making me feel depressed, that I've called in NHS Direct crying and, telling them this bleeding is not stopping. I feel like I'm going to pass out. And they even called an ambulance. So I went for another.
Managing schizophrenia with daily pills is a constant reminder.
Ultrasound about a little bit over a month ago. And the lady who did the ultrasound, she said that she was shocked that my family doctor in 6 years has never advised me to go and see a gynecologist, as in go and check your fibroids. Here in the UK, if you don't ask, you don't get.
That's a fucking lie. That's a fucking lie. They've been told you need to get rid of it. And they kept telling her, ma'am, the way your shit look, we're going to have to do a hysterectomy. And she kept saying no. This is what I'm saying, son. If you can't get to this part of the bitches, you ain't going to know who's telling the truth and who's lying.
Shocked that my family doctor in 6 years has never advised me to go and see a gynecologist, as in go and check your fibroids. Here in the UK, if you don't ask, you don't get. If you don't feel unwell, they don't ask. Excuse me. And for 6 years, my fibroids have never been monitored. Yes, it's my responsibility to.
You're lying. They told you needed to do a hysterectomy, but you wanted to make sure that your husband got a baby out of you, so you was willing to have the fucking baby with the fibroids in there, which drawing blood source and nutrients from the baby while you was pregnant. You're a liar. These fucking liars, man.
For 6 years, my fibroids have never been monitored. Yes, it's my responsibility to check on my health, but because I've always had heavy periods, I didn't think that it was not normal until the severe pain came. So I still have 5 fibroids. One of them has grown considerably. My kangaroo pouch, as I call it, my belly, is a little bit more swollen. I'm a size 16 UK. I'm not super big, but I'm not small. And I shouldn't have that much of a pouch down there, but I do. A lot of it is fat, so I'm going to say it. It is, I'm a bigger girl. I had a C-section. I don't really exercise all that much, especially recently with the problems that I'm having. But my belly down there is a little bit more swollen, and it's all to do with the bloatiness of the issues that I'm having. I've been bleeding for nearly 2 months, and within those 2 months, I've had a 10-day gap.
I've been bleeding for 2 months, and in that 2 months, I've had a 10-day gap. I'm a married woman. You a piece of shit to put that man through that. Unless you say, yo, during this difficult time right now, I let my husband get a hall pass. Because I know my pussy ain't shit. He should not have to be loyal to this bullshit that he has nothing to do with. You know you fleeced him.
That was it. But I've been bleeding now for 4 weeks. It's going to be 4 weeks on Sunday. Now, my last visit to the doctor, I said to her, I can't cope with this. Something needs to be done. This is starting to really stress me out. I need to live. I have a child. I need to do activities. I need to do things. I have my own personal life. I cannot live with this. Something needs to be sorted out. So she said to me, or she asked me, do you want to have more children? And I said, no, I don't want to have more children.
What I teach you niggas about the new black woman, with the systemic programming and everything, they have been regulated and relegated to one child only. And you don't know if that child is going to be slow or fast. And black men have joined in. All they want is one baby now too. But your problem is not hers. Your loyalty of being broken down and having your life being subjugated, whatever you want to call it, to one pussy. You see how this shit could ruin you? That man's ruined. Unless she gives him a hall pass. That man did not have the fun marriage he thought he did when he was marrying her because she was light-skinned and smelling good. That went bad. That went sour. All right?
I don't want to go through my first experience. I think my daughter is a blessing, and I do not want to go through that thing again. So she said, okay, so that is easier. I'm going to send a referral. you're going to see a gynecologist. And I'm going to put you on the pill, which I have not been on the pill, excuse me, for over 15 years. I was not opposed to that because I know the pill, although it's hormonal, should be able to somewhat help ease the period pains and the amount of blood that I am bleeding.
40-something years old going on birth control because her pussy ran amok. And she want to be able to not bleed so she could fuck her husband because she know she fleeced the fuck out of that nigga. Guys, if you can't walk into your marriages and relationships with this info, you're going to be fucked just like her husband. At doctors and bleeding and data and slow babies and just the worst. And stomach pouch and all this wild shit. All because of her pussy. I don't know what to tell you niggas, man. You keep watching all this other shit and you don't understand. This is what you call lying, conniving, fleecing, not caring about her own body. Everything bad. Right here in this one story.
So I'm on my second strip now of my pill, and this past week was my break. And I've noticed that my period did become heavier in this week, but it has nearly stopped. And I started my second strip yesterday. So I know the pill is helping me feel a little bit more comfortable. I also have other medication, which I'm not going to mention because what they prescribe to me, they may not prescribe to you. So
now the man got a wife. He has a wife that's on a bunch of different medications, including birth control. And she's doing this also so she can fuck him. Now, that should not be the pussy for that man. He should go get a pussy that could just be a regular human being and fuck him. But if you guys don't understand this stuff, it'll be you. Not many different ways that you're going to be able to call a woman a piece of shit and it be valid. This is the valid way.
I don't want to make you go to the chemist and buy these. They've also given me medication to ease the amount of blood that I'm losing. Some people even say that it actually made their period stop. Mine hasn't stopped. And I came to a conclusion, and I am not a professional, that right now I'm bleeding, but it's not my period. It's my fibroid, the bigger one, that's actually bleeding, and it hasn't stopped. I am currently only using pads, which is fine. But sometimes when it's very, very heavy, I have to use a tampon and I have to use a pad because I have to change constantly. And it's the only way that I actually feel safe not to have an accident, which I've had 2 in the past 2 months. One of them.
Should your husband have to deal with this? Shouldn't you be with shouldn't you go get a dog or some shit and be with your baby? Ain't that what's more important to you? Shouldn't he be able to go make as many kids as he wants?
Being with my 6-year-old, I've never told her I have periods, that women have periods. And it happened in public. It was really, really embarrassing. I cried my eyes out. I'm sure there's a lot of you who probably have gone through the same thing. I was very...
No, bitch. You just want company because you miserable. Other people got regular pussy.
Jeans, it was just like a mess. And my daughter, all she said to me, and she's 6 years old, she said to me, "Mommy, you have never had accidents like this. It's okay, Mommy. You're going to be okay." She was such a friend.
But I tell you, all she give a fuck about... Now, look at that. She done put that man through lying to him about her pussy being bad. He's still marrying her. Marrying her, getting her pregnant, and she lying about her pussy being bad, and then he find out. Then she get a miscarriage at 19 weeks. Lying that her pussy work, still put him through hell, let her get pregnant with 5 fibroids. No man would want to get a woman pregnant if he had a choice to not get a woman pregnant with all these different things that's draining blood sources and nutrients from their baby. No man would willingly want to do that, but she convinced him to do it. But the only person that she brings up is her baby. That's why I said he should be able to leave her fucking ass And because all she care about is the baby anyway, because she never thought her pussy could do it from when she knew she had fibroids before she met the nigga.
Like a mess. And my daughter, all she said to me, and she's 6 years old, she said to me, "Mommy, you have never had accidents like this. It's okay, Mommy, you're going to be okay." She was such a friend, such a blessing. I'm getting emotional.
Guys, she's getting emotional about her baby, not her husband, who went through hell and still going through hell. She said she's been bleeding for the past 2 months. He gets no pussy. He been through miscarriages. She lied. She fleeced him. He had to worry about taking her to hospital after hospital, midnight, worrying about her crying, saying she in pain so she can't fuck him. But she's crying about the daughter that she knew she wouldn't have without his ass. This is a piece of shit. That's why I don't give a fuck where she from. That's why we don't fuck with them. If you knew bitches did shit like this, you wouldn't either. You wouldn't have fuck either. That's why we say, who the fuck gonna cry for him? Who the fuck gonna cry for him? Man can't even get pussy from you.
MRI so they could see where my fibroids were. I had regular scans, and she said, you know, you have 5. One is quite large. I can't remember the centimeters, but she said it. We cannot say 100% that you had the miscarriage because of the fibroids. They do cause infertility, but obviously they didn't cause infertility to me because I got pregnant within a couple of months. She said there's treatments for the fibroids. However, if I want to try for children, she said that she wouldn't recommend any of the treatments because they would affect. One of them was to kind of like put me on like a pretend menopause, and I didn't want that. The other one was to actually get the fibroids removed. But she said if I overbleed or they find more, apologies for the background noise, or if they find more fibroids, they may have to give me a hysterectomy. So though that was her kind of like information that I needed to know. And if I wanted to try for more children, to try again whenever I was ready and not get the fibroids removed.
So the man went through a miscarriage and he wanted to try again with her, but she ain't crying for him. She crying because she knew that pussy was bad before she met him. Watch this.
My gynecologist that they cause heavy bleeding in your menstrual time. So I've always had heavy periods, but they were not heavy to the point that I couldn't live, that I couldn't cope, that I felt very sick. They were just heavy for like 2 to 3 days. And then in between from the start to finish, it was kind of like more mellow. So my periods have always been very consistent. I've never missed periods besides when I was pregnant. Always had my period every, 28 days to 29 days and even 30 days. And they've always lasted me for a maximum of a week. Now, in 2009, when my husband and I decided to have a child, or try for a child.
Okay. So she knew she had the fibroids before her husband. Okay. And she let him get her pregnant knowing her pussy was fucked up.
I was told from the moment I got pregnant, because I got pregnant very quickly, it kind of like happened within a couple of months. I was told that more than likely I was going to have a C-section because of the position of 1 or more fibroids. Obviously, I was concerned a little bit. So I was considered a high risk of pregnancy. And I wouldn't say they wanted to monitor me a little bit closely, but that's what I was told when I went for my first scan or ultrasound. Unfortunately, that pregnancy didn't go so well. So at nearly 19 weeks, I had a miscarriage, but that is a completely different story. If you guys are interested in knowing kind of like a little bit more about that, please comment below. It is very, very sad, but it's easier for me to talk about it now because it's been 9 years. It's going to be nearly yeah, it's been 9 years since it happened. And if you guys want to know a little bit more about that,
there you go, guys. But she over here crying.
and so such a blessing. I'm getting emotional.
You got them.
But she crying. That nigga should be the one crying.
Just know that you're not alone. Things will get better. God.
I wanted to do a pop quiz today, but I decided not to because I wanted to ask you niggas, when is the only time a woman is crying for real? It's one of my most easiest class questions. When is the only time a woman is really, really crying? Okay, yes, the woman husband got killed in front of her. Yeah, that's bad. But I still say that's not as real as this. Okay? This is the only real one. That's how far I'm willing to go with that.
I'm sorry, guys. My daughter actually says, Mommy, do you still have the period? And I tell her it's not period, it's period. And she asked me this morning, do all women have it? Will I have it when I grow up? And I said, yes, you will have it.
There you go. There you go. So the baby not that slow. That baby is 6 years old and said, if my mommy pussy fucked up, and I'm going to stop right there.
And I tell her it's not period, it's period. And she asked me this morning, do all women have it? Will I have it when I grow up? And I said, yes, you will have it. But when the time comes, Mommy will be here for you. She's such a sweetheart. So the side effects of all of this, as you guys can see, I'm a hot mess and I do get emotional here and there, is that obviously I'm drained. I'm tired of having a nonstop period. It's horrible.
That's the reason why she's crying. You hear me? Ain't got nothing to do with no daughter. The daughter was a miracle. That's why I say the husband could leave her. She wouldn't give a fuck. She got what she needed out of that nigga. He can't get nothing else out of her though. See that? He can't get nothing else out of her. Her goods is done.
And I'm tired of having a nonstop period. It's horrible. I don't know any woman who likes having her period unless she doesn't want to have sex with her partner. And she's like, I'm on my period. Hey, but no, most women.
I know you guys missed that. You hear that? Listen, brothers, if you don't know nothing about pussy, you just need to listen. Okay? Could you do that for a player?
Catch it, where is it?
It's up under the sink, baby. See, that's pussy talking to me right there. Something you might not never know nothing about.
Want to have sex with her partner. It's horrible. I don't know any woman who likes having her period unless she doesn't want to have sex with her partner.
I don't know any woman that likes having a period unless she doesn't want to have sex with her partner. What is one of the big excuses bitches use not to fuck you? I got my period. I'm going to fuck whether you're in love, you're married, or you just fucking a bitch on the down low. You don't know if she got it. Back in the days, we was nasty. We was like, bitch, you lying. Let me see you. And them big nasty bitches would show you the pad. You like, oh, hell no. Like, we didn't believe shit in my day. So what does that mean? That means that if you use the fact that she been bleeding for 2 months, okay? So that's what it is. So he ain't gonna never know when the bitch is finished. But also, she can also say, well, I got the pain that's associated with my period is the reason why I can't fuck you. I'm tired from when I had my period is the reason why I can't fuck you. My mind is fucked up from doing all this period is the reason why I can't fuck you. So it extends. The excuses extend out way past the physical blood. You heard?
Catch it, where is it?
It's up under the sink, baby. See, that's pussy talking to me right there. Something you might not never know nothing about.
You tripping. What you said? Man, that's a female.
It's like, I'm on my period, hey. But no, most women, I'm pretty sure they don't like it. Imagine having it nonstop for nearly 2 months. It is ridiculous. So the side effects of this is on my body is that my hair is shedding a little bit because I don't think I'm anemic at the moment. I was anemic about 3 months ago because I used to feel dizzy, and I felt quite dizzy. I had to come home a few days early from work and everything. But I've been on iron tablets for the past 3 months, so I feel a lot better in relations to that. I am also vitamin D deficient. So
this man got this man got a whole it's not as fast as a banana. This man got a whole orange or something. This man just got this failing box. It's just failing all around. System breaking down. Sheesh. Get you niggas a healthy bitch, B, please. Then you can get older like me and you can still do everything because you got healthy bitches, B. Please, guys. HD Live, I dropped the link. You playing. I ain't going to be sitting up here all day playing with you, man. It's always some bullshit when it come to you, man. I done sent you the link, B. I sent you the link at 2:52. Come on, man.
I have to take vitamin D. My hair is shedding.
Bitch shedding like a dog right before her husband's eyes. She says she wearing a pouch of a belly and her pussy been bleeding for 2 months straight and her mind is fucked up because she on different medications and she's crying over her baby. That man needs a hall pass.
And I've noticed it started shedding about a year ago, but I also feel like it could be related to my problem or my age. As far as I'm aware, your body and your hair changes every 7 years. So my hair is shedding. My hair is not as full as it was a year ago because all I see is hair here and there. Oh, there you go, one.
Shedding like a fucking dog. Unreal.
I feel like the texture of my hair is also changing a little bit. My hair, I don't know, maybe it's because I don't dye my hair for a lot of months. So my hair over here is a lot softer. I remember my hair being a little bit curlier, but I don't think it's because I straighten my hair because I do straighten my
Ma'am, that white coming out in you, baby. That European coming out, ma'am.
hair here and there, but the majority of the time I wear my hair curly. So I feel like it's because of the stress that this is causing on my body. My hair is
Here we go. So on top of all other things, you also stress. How's that a good fuck for your husband?
shedding. But I am feeling a lot better. My referral has arrived, but it's ages and ages away. And if you are here in the UK, you know how referrals take forever. So my appointment is only in August. I am thinking of going to a private clinic. I found actually a Portuguese clinic here in London. A friend of mine gave me their number. I called them and I'm thinking of just going there to see a gynecologist. But my husband also told me, you know what, if your period stops and you feel okay, just wait till your referral, your appointment comes so you can go and see the doctor. I'll definitely keep you guys updated on my situation. If you want to know of the outcome, I'll give you guys an update after I see my gynecologist, whether I'm going to have surgery or not. I believe that's the road that I'm going to go for because I have 5 fibroids. It's not just one here and one there. I know there's about 3 procedures. The most dramatic and drastic procedure would be having a hysterectomy, but obviously I cannot say that that's what I'm going to do until I sit down with the gynecologist.
Now the husband got to get an empty woman. She's a straight sex toy, hysterectomy. Let that man go make some babies and you keep fucking and sucking, sis. Cut out all that. You're important. You could just cut that out. Raise that baby and fuck that man. Let him go do whatever he wants. He put up with the worst of you. Thought my nigga HD Live was gonna cook. Nigga played me, B. Try to rock with this nigga. This nigga played me again, B. Wow. Unbelievable. Unreal.
Low libido and vaginal dryness is some of the side effects of certain birth control. This includes the birth control pill, the patch, the NuvaRing, the Nexplanon, and the double shot. This happens because these forms of birth control block your own ovarian production of estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone, as you see in the picture. Estrogen and testosterone.
Nasty bitch. It's fucking nasty people, man.
Women, but like I had no libido on my birth control, so I couldn't get wet. That can also be a factor too, which is why it's a family planning. It shouldn't be all on the woman, but I digress. Birth control up your libido. I don't know about any other women, but like I had no libido on my birth control, so I couldn't get wet.
I couldn't get wet. Trying to teach you niggas stuff, B.
I very casually dropped in a video the other day that I completely lost my sex drive due to being on birth control.
People are sick, man.
So for a little background story, I have been on birth control since I had my son in 2016. I've always been on the same one. Then I got married and my husband and I tried for my daughter for the 9 months, of course. And then I got right back on the same birth control pill. Fast forward to now, April of 2024, I go to my PCP to get a refill on my birth control and he calls into my CVS. And I go to CVS and it's a generic brand that they try to give me. And I tell the pharmacist, I'm like, no, I don't want the generic brand.
She's married and she gets a baby, then goes back on birth control just to be on it. They tried to give her the generic brand. She said, no, I want that Blue Magic. I want that Blue Magic.
Pharmacist, I'm like, no, I don't want the generic brand. I want my brand. So also, sidebar, I was not aware that I could have called my doctor, been like, hey, CVS doesn't have my regular birth control. Can you call it into Ralph's Pharmacy or whatever? I wasn't aware. So I go to the pharmacy and I'm like, hey, I want my birth control. And she's like, oh, it's the same, blah, 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 blah. Here we are. So she prints out 2 sheets of paper and she's like, look, in circles, all the ingredients, like, look, it's exactly the same. So I'm like, ugh, fine. I took my first pill on April 12th. And if you follow me here on TikTok, you know that's around the time I got baptized and I rededicated my life to the Lord. All of this.
What? She got baptized and went on birth control. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. You are not pure. Fuck would you... That's supposed to be purity. Unbelievable. Guys, until you can understand the pussy, you won't be able to understand how sick these bitches are. Guys, I know you know they're sick already, but it's worse than you could ever believe. I'm trying to tell you something, man. I know you know they're sick already. But you ain't never heard no shit like that. I went and got my birth control and I got baptized. You ain't never heard no shit like that. You gotta be chasing pussy to hear something like that. Unbelievable. I've never heard that.
And I rededicated. That's around the time I got baptized and I rededicated my life to the Lord. All of a sudden, April 15th to the end of April, I literally had a mental breakdown. Some of you guys might follow me from a video that got a lot of views. I posted it, I think it was like April 23rd.
Yo, these people are sick.
I literally was having a mental breakdown.
Why the fuck does she talk like that? She sounds like a fucking weirdo.
I'm not being dramatic. I really thought that I was going through spiritual warfare because I had just been baptized, which I'm not saying that was not what I was experiencing, but it was so bad. I literally asked my husband, I said, I need you to check me in somewhere. I don't know what's going on. It was really intense. Having thoughts that were not my own, so depressed. There was 2 weeks at the end of April that I just did not leave the bed. I didn't open my curtain. It was so intense. I've never experienced it. I was crying, sobbing, crying. If I was up 10 hours out the day, 8 hours of the day. I'm not being dramatic. That's what was going on the end of April. Then I started taking my second pill pack May 12th.
So all that stuff happened to her and she started taking another pill pack. Fucking druggie, man. All that shit happening. And she said, well, I started my second strip of Blue Magic. See, because the husband is there to wear the burden. If she's crying for 8 hours, what is he getting? He married the bitch because you pretty and I can fuck on you. Not all this other shit.
May 14th, I get into my car to go to a coffee date with a friend, and I put on a new pair of sunglasses, and I thought to myself, I'm like, ooh, can't really see. Just chopped it up to it was the new sunglasses. So that was on a Tuesday. Thursday, I put on my old sunglasses when I'm trying to drive, and something just didn't feel right. Well, May 16th, I'm sitting in my living room trying to watch TV, and I can't see my TV. I can't see anything. I was so frustrated that I turned the TV off and went to sleep. I'm like, what is wrong with my eyes? That's so weird. Maybe I've just been, crying a lot. My eyes are tired. Because remember in April, I was severely depressed. And that Friday, I was like, I'm going to go to the eye doctor on Saturday and see, maybe there's something wrong. I go to my eye doctor. It looks at me. He was like, yeah, it's giving like mini stroke. Excuse me, what? He was like, yeah. He was like, it's giving like mini stroke. I was just like, okay, we'll take it easy over the weekend. We'll see you back here on Tuesday. And I literally walked out and called my mom. I'm like, he said I had a mini stroke and blah, 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 right? So then I drive myself to the ER. Granted, still can't see nothing. I'm driving like this, literally like this. So I get an MRI to check for blood.
You niggas get it. You niggas get it. The bitch is batshit crazy. You get it. Fuck, we ain't got to read the whole thing. The bitch is batshit crazy.
I want to lead with not meaning to discourage anybody from being on birth control. I'm just talking about my own personal experience.
They're never trying to discourage other women from being on birth control, but they had a horrible experience. That's like them smoking crack. I don't know. Whatever.
So I'm no longer on NuvaRing. I did the entire month of April, and I hated it. My period was on for the entire month. I was so depressed. This was the worst depression I've ever experienced in my entire life.
So you was on other drugs and you experienced other depression that you believed that you could deal with. But this was the worst one. So you a depressed pussy. Guys, these people are fucked up trying to come into the human realm and interact with us. While we're sane individuals, we're dealing with this shit. For what? For what, pimp? You know for what.
Cause you gave me all your pussy. Baby, I want you. Girl, I know you got a body. Where you get your little body.
Yes, yes.
Somebody's girl is at this party, shaking that ass to this. With me, having sex. Can a nigga get in them good?
All right? That's what this is about. They just want to fuck.
I bled the entire time. I think I bled 26 days.
You nasty pussy bitch. But you got some nerve thinking you could talk to me? Like you crazy?
I tracked it through my Flow app. And the worst part about it is I'm already anemic. So.
And you anemic. So you just, brothers, you know the story. Same old story.
I felt extremely weak. I was fatigued all the time. I was sick.
All first verse.
That is not only that, the placement of the NuvaRing kept moving around, coming down to my vaginal opening. So
bitch got a NuvaRing in her pussy and her pussy pushing it back out, coming down to the opening of her pussy. So when she have sex with a dude, she don't know that it's there. He fucking her. You know what? Story time, guys. Story time.
Cause you gave me all your pussy.
Yo, son, this shit happened to me. I might have told this story before, but the shit happened to me before. I was with this dark-skinned girl. She was like 5'9", kind of tall. Knocking this bitch down I mean, wow fucking, gorilla fucking the bitch, right? Son, I fucked the Nuva ring out the bitch, B. I was like, what the fuck is that? I got a condom on. I thought she had a condom in her pussy or some shit like that. And she had to let me know what that was. I was like, wow, I fucked the contraception out of your pussy, bitch. So I took it as a symbol of pride. You see? This how you know we get laps ran around us with this pussy over and over and over. I thought it was, I fucked the Nuva ring out the bitch. You know what I mean? Nah.
Of the Nuva ring kept moving around, coming down to my vaginal opening. So like I would go pee and I would feel it like pressing, like at my opening. And when I asked my doctor about it, she was just basically like, "Oh, everybody's anatomy is different. So basically, your body keeps contracting to push the Nuva ring out."
Right. Meaning you shouldn't have it in your pussy.
And her solution was, "Oh, we could try another birth control." And when I talked about being anemic, her solution was to get on iron supplements. I expressed that I take iron supplements, but I take them like every other day, every 3 days or so, because it makes me constipated.
But I teach you niggas. About the constipation of the woman species. Why you got all that Marilax, Metamucil, fucking yogurt commercials and all this shit. It's real. But it stems from the pussy in the gut.
3 days or so, because it makes me constipated. The solution there was magnesium. I say all that to say it just felt like it wasn't compatible for my life. I didn't want to be on it. I did not like how depressed I was. The depression was really bad. Like I thought about, I had never thought about that before.
Well, we know that you got on some psychedelic drugs and then you probably looked at yourself in the mirror, butt naked. And you realize you are bald-headed, bearded, and big. And those psychedelic drugs said, look, what is my worth?
Not like how depressed I was. The depression was really bad. Like I thought about, I had never thought about that before. Life felt really bad. However, I'm off of it. I'm in a better space now. I'm just practicing safe sex and abstinence. But mostly abstinence.
There you go. Abstinence. Because I'm overweight and I ain't kissing no man ass because my mindset is like Beyonce. My mind is I'm like Beyonce, but in real life I'm overweight. Either way, I ain't kissing no man ass, so I'm going to do the abstinence thing. That's your community, players. That's what happened to your black community. Yo, hey, Plane, I was watching somebody talking about Charlie Kirk, right? And Charlie Kirk was saying to some black girl, fathers make babies with the mothers and leave them. I said to myself, and these white people going crazy over Charlie Kirk don't even know what the fuck he talking about. Because if Charlie Kirk actually knew what he was talking about within the black community, he would say, oh, that shit is more fucked up than I could ever imagine. You see? So I was sitting there like, trust me, Charlie Kirk, nobody knows the problem of the black community like we do over here. Everything else is bullshit. They done fucked this shit up from the birth canal. Okay? So, Charlie Kirk, whatever that fucking nigga name is, he had no idea about the black community. Because if he did, he would say that is a piece of shit. They done fucked it all the way up. All right? And he would know that ain't no black men leaving no women. They just making babies without being married. They're making babies to trap niggas. They making babies to be on child support. They making babies to get welfare. Charlie Kirk had no idea. And then we say, Charlie Kirk, they're not even making babies no more, Charlie. You have no idea about the black community at all. You see? Because anybody that got an idea about the black community will direct the fucking blame on pussy. Charlie Kirk, whatever this fucking nigga name is, Charlie Kirk, the nigga was like, yeah, because that leads to all the violence in the black community. Wrong, Charlie Kirk. You don't know shit about the black community. Pussy leads to the violence in the black community. Pussy. More so than not. Niggas ain't even moving drugs like that no more. Not like we did in our time. So, pussy always been the problem. So you could imagine it being that now. Niggas ain't even on the streets getting it. You know, they might be on the internet or whatever, but making their money. But pussy is everywhere. And niggas get crazy over pussy because they don't know pussy. You know? So yes, Charlie Kirk, he knows nothing about the black community. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. But you know, it's past our generation. We ain't got no words out here no more. You know what I'm saying? Plain, you know, the younger the youth, they know nothing. What can you do? Yeah, they are scamming to buy guns to beef over box. You know what it is, man. You know what it is, man. And it ain't you could go down the line. Okay, beef over box. Okay. Box lining niggas up. Somebody says something over box. This, that. Oh, don't mess with my family. I mean, it's on and on and on. It ain't just beef, but it is beef. It's just many different sections of it. You know? Crazy. And we ain't even get to, yo, he fucking my girl. You know? Charlie Kirk knows nothing about the black community. I'm going to do that stream later when my gladiator come, man. About all this other shit. I think it's time to go to the black hand side. I'm ready to cook these niggas, man. Because at the end of the day, think about, man, these arguments are bullshit. These bitches are telling you, yo, my pussy ain't shit. So for a nigga to be out here acting crazy over me, he's stupid. Yo, my pussy ain't shit, but I want money from niggas. Yo, my pussy ain't shit, but a nigga got to be on my level. Yo, my pussy ain't shit, but I deal with, you know, as a black woman, I'm this, I'm that. And you niggas sit there and be like, you right, sis. As a pussy, as my pussy ain't shit, I side with rainbows and all this other shit against the black man. I be like Cheyenne Bryant and all these niggas, and the black man be like, yo, you right, sis. See, because we don't mind you saying all that. Long as you start by saying, yo, as my pussy is not shit. Niggas shouldn't have to go through all this shit to know that your pussy ain't shit. You know it ain't. Act right. Yeah, Plain. I dropped the link for that nigga. That nigga played me, B. Nigga kept me here a whole extra 45 minutes. So, HD Live played me, son. You know? As usual.
so sorry if I'm discouraging any.
Why is it so hard for us women to find the right birth control? I see why women go without, for real, because that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. I've been always on birth control since a teenager because I've had very painful periods my whole life.
I always been on birth control since I was a teenager. Ma'am, you never had your body mature into a grown woman? I'm grown, Prince. Ma'am, you said you was on birth control from a teenager. You didn't have a natural maturity.
No, for real, because that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. I've been always on birth control since a teenager because I've had very painful periods my whole life.
I have very painful periods my whole life. That is what happened to your young girls growing up to grown women. More so than not in your communities in America and the UK.
That cramping, it got to the point where I was just like thugging it out, but then it got so severe where I couldn't thug it out anymore. And have high pain tolerance. So yeah, I was on a pill, and I stopped taking the pill because I felt like the pill was giving me palpitations. And child, you already know, birth control is linked to PEs, pulmonary embolisms, and I'm just like, nope, can't do that. Then the period became very painful again. Started on a pill. It was working so good for like.
The birth control gave me heart palpitations, so I got off of it. Then my period started coming back real bad, and I couldn't fuck niggas the way I needed to fuck them, so I got back on it.
I want to say like maybe 8 months. 8 months, it was working so good, and then I was getting severe night sweats. I'm a girl that don't even sweat for real, so yeah. I couldn't take that. It was disrupting my sleep. So I got off the pill, was still having the night sweats, but not as bad. It took a while for them to resolve. And then my period started coming back frequent again. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, I just can't catch a break. So
my periods started coming back frequent again. And I said, damn, I can't catch a break. I want to be like every other woman and fuck when I want to fuck and I have to worry about my pussy bleeding on men all the time. I can't catch a break.
Resolve. And then my period started coming back frequent again. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, I just can't catch a break. So my GYN put me on another birth control.
Now I'm on my third birth control. I've been taking these drugs since I was a teenager because I had painful periods. I'm on my third birth control as a grown woman. I don't know how life is to be normal. You drink or do anything when you hang out? Yeah, I drink. So you just on all type of shit, huh?
This pill before until this month. I was actually holding on because she had gave me this a couple of months ago. But when I tell y'all, this makes me so nauseous. Like, all month I have not had no.
So she had heart palpitations, night sweats, and nausea from these different contaminants that she purposefully puts in her body so she could fuck without bleeding on a man's eggplant.
Cause you gave me all your pussy. Baby, I want you. Girl, I know you got a body I like. With me, having sex.
Yes, yes.
Somebody's girl is at this party, shaking that ass to this.
Couple months ago. This makes me so nauseous. Like, all month I have not had no appetite because I'm so nauseous. Like, it makes no sense. And I'm still getting period like symptoms of breast tenderness and stuff like that. I can't take it, but this might be my last month. It was my last go yesterday. I think this is gonna be the last. The nausea. I have not had appetite all month long. Like, I can afford not to be eating. I can't afford to be losing weight. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna.
Like a crackhead, just like a crackhead. But black men don't know nothing about this crackhead behavior because it's for you to get some of that pussy. But this is crackhead behavior, King. Bitch says she can't even eat because she taking birth control so she could fuck without bleeding on your eggplant. So she sacrificed not even eating. You don't hear me though. This nigga HD Live played me, son. I got you, son. You ain't gonna play me like this no more, pimp. It's very disrespectful, B. Acting like you was live. I love these black bitches, B.
If you are dealing with dryness when it comes to your yoni area, you want to be more wet, slimy, and juicy, you need to start ingesting herbs that are going to make you more wet, slimy, and juicy. Before there was LOOB, there were herbs. And there still are herbs. There are many different types of herbs from all different parts of the world that you can partake in, but I highly recommend these 3 herbs and fruits. This special rare aphrodisiac called Gorantula fruit, I highly recommend this. This has been known in West Africa to be a very special fruit that not only gets you juicy down there, but it also boosts your libido. Slippery elm, of course, we've all heard of slippery elm. You ingest those capsules, it's going to give you that nice slip and slide down there. And then maca, it'll also give you a slip and slide, and it'll also boost your libido.
There you go, guys. Trying to teach you about this pussy, okay?
Kenny, where is it? It's up under the sink, baby. See, that's pussy talking to me right there. Something you might not never know nothing about.
Yeah, they'll try anything, guys. I keep telling you, they'll try anything. We're the healthy, we're the stronger vessel. They'll try anything to fleece us, King. Anything. Only if most men knew. You guys know. Only if most men knew. They'll try anything. Well, Plain Brown Rapper, you got to understand, Plain. At this point, I got to do anything now. You know what I mean? It's still the black hand side. I mean, I'm giving you the best side of things that you can get. But nobody cares about the Martin Menzen. Nobody cares about the Prince. You understand? So maybe they care about the black hand side. They seem to be fake like that. They seem to care about pro-black stuff. But not this. Not this pro-black stuff. Not the real pro-black stuff. So they going to get this work. This is pro-black. This is that pro-black shit right here. This is the pro-black shit they don't want us talking about. Okay? You're not gonna hate man. All right? You don't get no more pro-black than this. To say, yo, they fucked this pussy up. They fucked the community up. This is where the problem is. So this is a little too pro-black. Because it placed blame. Pro-black means there ain't no blame. The blame is something else. Too pro-black is the blame is on us. Fucking bitch. Look what this bitch said earlier, Plain. Look at this piece of shit ass bitch.
Studio quality AI images in seconds. One payment, unlimited use, forever.
To hear that there's a chance that you might lose your uterus. Benign, which means having difficulties with fibroids around 2017. And, you know, it was already a very craptastic year of my life. And this added a lot of insult to injury. I was getting the cramping. I was having the elongated menstrual cycle periods. And I was hurting a lot and doing it all in silence, trying to hide it. But I have to say that I knew something was definitely not right. I was trying my best to hide things because I didn't want anyone to look down on me, and I thought that I was broken or something was wrong with me. As much as I love newspapers, I was carrying a newspaper around, and I would just sit on it whenever I had to go into someone else's office because they want to talk for ad nauseum for whatever reason. And all I could think about while they were speaking was, Lord, please don't let me bleed out on this person's chair, or please don't let me have an accident right now. it was anxiety mixed with I'm already in physical pain. So it's just an all around painful thing. And think about that. I was showing up at like 100% daily and taking all the things that the world was throwing at me. And I had all this happening on the inside of me at the same time. So I will say that dealing with fibroids made me make some career decisions. From that job that did not have any insurance, it made me decide that I definitely needed to pivot professionally in my journalism career and go somewhere where I would have stable hours, but more importantly, stable benefits, because I wasn't sure what was happening with my body at that time in 2017, but I definitely knew that I needed some stable insurance to see this all the way through to the end, figure out what's going to happen, and if there's surgery possibly in my future. I just did not know that what I was dealing with at that time were fibroids. Coincidentally, it was through my career that I was introduced to the White Dress Project.
The White Dress Project. Bitches with bloody pussy trying to wear white after they reconstruct their pussy, right? So she found the White Dress Project. Now look how horrible this is.
At that time were fibroids. Coincidentally, it was.
She found the White Dress Project. So this is supposed to be women with reconstructed pussies, you know, speaking out for others. Well, what's the problem with this picture? There are no men there that can be aware and spread awareness throughout the black community. So this is just a big secret amongst bitches. And this is what's happening to you brothers every day. Bitches are ganging up, hiding things from you niggas. Why are we not allowed in this picture? So that we can all know, yo, this is a problem that we facing as a black community, because they want to hide this from you. Fuck you mean you got something going on with pussy and men are not invited? Niggas don't hear me though. We did our cook session, man. We had 2 hours, no support, but we did learn. So you niggas could give me some credit for that. You know? We did learn. And niggas are more aware that these bitches will go have all this reconstructed pussy right in front of you on the screen, but you're not invited. Why? Why would this be such a secret? Why? Why are not men more aware of this?
Like, this is flesh. This is what we were dealing with. And there are women who have had way more fibroids than me. I've seen ones that were the size of, sound shows that black women have been used for torturous research. And it also influences how many doctors see us when they see us come into their offices, and definitely when they see us on the surgical table. I wasn't ready to be anybody's cadaver or experimentation. And I understand that we are long past the history of gynecology and how black women's bodies were used, but I don't know sometimes. According to the CDC, black women are around 3 times more likely to die from a cause related to pregnancy in comparison to their white peers. Now, you couple that with the racial climate that we're dealing with here in 2021. We're a year past George Floyd. We're seeing people not see the humanity in black bodies. Something as delicate as your reproductive system and your ability to be a mother one day, I'm not going to entrust it in everyone, because I don't know what you're thinking when you go home. I don't know how you were raised, and I don't even know how you interpret black women's pain thresholds, or, once I cross 40, maybe that person might not even feel like I deserve to even be a mother anymore, and might just say, oh, I made a mistake during surgery. Let me just take the whole thing out. She can adopt. I wanted to make sure that whoever was working on me saw my humanity walking in the door, because thanks to COVID, no one goes into the hospital with you. You're in there by yourself. And I did my best to make friends with everybody on the staff. I even took them candy. But that still doesn't guarantee me that when I'm unconscious, when I have no way of fighting for myself and there's no one in the waiting room to kind of ensure that, hey, docs, take care of this person, I had to be able to trust the people who are working on me. And speaking as a person who has had multiple threats over the past couple of years, thanks to the lovely internet, safety was a big thing, and recognizing there is implicit bias. I just didn't want to take that chance. Picking your treatment.
There you go, guys. These are your sisters. People that talk like that. Take it for what you want, man. I'm just giving you the game. You know? What do we hear? What do we hear? We hear you ain't got no man. You tried to get a new job for the insurance. You had to go to the hospital by yourself. You got to do everything by yourself because you ain't got no man. You're a piece of shit. 40 still thinking you're the type of human that could, yeah. Yes, sir. I was on way longer than I expected fucking with this nigga HD Live. But I'm going to go have me some lunch, man, and I'll go out for a little while. Then maybe I'll come back later with some black power. I don't know what's more powerful than this, but, well, black comedy. We got to go black comedy. That's what the people like. They like black comedy. Got it. They don't want no black power. I got it.
Give me 5 on the black hand side.